Hello, fellow gunners. Tim at the reloading bench. Okay, this is part 2 of powder coating versus traditional accuracy. Now, there's been some comments on my part 1, and I love this because it helps me interact and take in other people's opinions and think, okay, I can work with this or I can't work with this. Let's just see how this goes. Now, I have separated stuff in the past, and people go, why do you do that? Because in the pistol, it doesn't really make that much difference. But, okay, I went through and I found all Winchester brass. So, I will be using Winchester brass and S&B primers. And I will be measuring every load. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to now. Uncle Jim's concerned about my powder drop not being consistent. And with this clay dot, and I don't know why, and I'm going to tell you something. I set it, got it to where it was dropping 3.3, just totally consistent. Went to film this with the camera down on the scale, and it would not throw a consistent charge to save my soul. So, went off camera again, and throwing 3.3. The agony of videotape. Okay, so we're throwing 3.3. That's what we're going to go at. I was hoping just to go through and charge them all and load them all at the same time. But that ain't going to happen. All right, I'm going to change the camera angle. So, of course, my dummy was a 380, and I don't have any empty 9mm to make a 9mm dummy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I seat my bullet to depth to start with. Okay. Now I've run my seating stem all the way down. Then I'm going to bring my bullet and case up until I like where it sets. And then I'll bring this seating stem up. Then I'll crimp it. And then I'll bring it down. And there we go, guys. Let me measure this. Just like I started to in the last video, so you can get an overall length. Because without there being a crimp groove and being a tapered crimp, you've got to really know where you set. One's that. 1.0845. Somewhere between 1.084 and 5 is where we're going to be. For this certain test. All right, these bullets I'm going to be using are size .3575. You can see a little bit of that bullet. This is a long bullet. This is the 130 grain hollow point from NOE. Got a little bit of a bulge in there because it's longer and it's getting into the case where it's thickening up. Before I go any farther, I mentioned that I would be getting some equipment to further gather data. Some of you know what this contains, what this little black pouch contains. But it contains a shooting chronograph. It's a Caldwell Ballistic Precision chronograph. So now I'll be able to clock my loads. So that'll help gather some data. And with that said, I want to thank Larry Potterfield for remembering my birthday and giving me a pretty good discount. Thanks, Larry. Good old Larry Potterfield. Good old boy. All right, now that we have our bullet seating die set, and my powder throwing somewhat consistent, we ain't gonna worry about 1/10 of a grain that much. I think the last time I loaded these, they were with .3565. So these are a thousandths bigger in diameter. All right, guys, you seen me load 3. I'm going to load 25 powder coated and 25 traditional. And then when I get a chance, when it ain't pouring down rain like it is today, or in the teens, I get a chance to run off to the range, I'll shoot these. All right, guys. I never thought after I adjusted seating die to run one up and see if we're being consistent on our bullet height, our OAL. Okay, so we're not. Now we're at 1.090, which doesn't bother me as long as we're being consistent. And we're not too far off. There's a thousandths less on the third one we loaded. There's about 3.5 thousandths, but it's back down closer to the first one, the original one we loaded. So this might vary a little on the height. Let me load another one, we'll see. Okay, I think now we're going to be consistent at 1.090. So I'm pretty confident in that. All right, guys, I got them loaded. Got traditional, powder coated. So as soon as I get a chance to get these fired, I will. Hopefully one day it'll stop raining and warm up a little bit. All right, guys, catch you in the next video.